Ric Viers is the world's largest producer of sound effects. His work appears on over 600 professional sound effects products, and he wrote the book, The Sound Effects Bible, which is what got us introduced to him in the first place when we interviewed him on The Buzz a few months ago. This book details the process of recording, editing, and designing sound effects, as well as just about everything you need to do to get high-quality audio in your recordings. He founded a company in 2007 called Blastwave Effects, and it's a delight in welcoming him to the show. I was going to say inviting, but you're here. Welcome.
I'm happy to be here.
Rick, for people that are not into sound effects, tell us about what Blastwave Effects does.
Well, Blastwave Effects is the world's largest publisher of professional HD sound effects. And
now, wait. Professional HD sound effects.
Exactly.
Back that up.
Okay.
Professional, I'll accept.
Okay.
Sound effects, I'll accept. HD sounds like marketing intruding in here.
You know, it kind of does, but there is a difference. You can take the Pepsi challenge between what was traditional sound effects, the 16-bit 44 one CDs that we were all used to, and now we record at 2496. And to kind of give you an idea, and I'm going to try to not fumble the numbers as best I can, but the difference between 16-bit and 24-bit is this. With 16-bit, you get roughly about 250,000-ish little points of volume in your waveform. With 24-bit, you get over 16 million. So there is a resolution quality. It's the difference, I guess, in the audio waveform is much akin to a professional photo versus the same photo in newsprint. You can see the pixelation and all that. So high definition basically gives you the absolute best quality in your audio.
Now, how about the 96K sample rate? Are you able to hear a difference? Because 48K still exceeds human hearing.
You know, I've been doing audio for a long time, and I'll be honest with you, just between you and me, you know, are you going to notice the difference between 48K and 96K with your ears? Probably not, and I'm just being honest with you. However, we're sound design friendly, and we know that our users are professional users. You know, guys like EA Games, video game producers, feature film libraries, feature film companies. So we know they're going to want to take that sound and they're going to want to slow it down. Well, when you slow it down, if you don't record at a higher sample rate, essentially what happens when you slow it and lower it in pitch, you're going to start to notice flaws and little aliasing. So we oversample so that you have that kind of playroom.
So the purpose of the higher sample rate is not that you're going to hear the difference, but it allows for much smoother processing of the audio afterward.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are people that will swear in that they can hear the difference. Me personally, I don't really notice the difference. Now, I can hear the difference between 2448 and 1644, but it's kind of a weird thing, especially with consumers nowadays. I have friends that swear. When CDs came out, records sounded better, CDs didn't sound as good. Well, we're seeing a really weird trend in the way that consumers are using audio, or at least listening to audio. They think MP3 sounds just as good as CD, which is, to an audiophile like me, that's like nails on a chalkboard. It's like, no, there's a huge difference.
But they're listening on earbuds. See, that's the high-quality listening ear that you need.
Exactly. But, we're trying to push the envelope. We're trying to give audio professionals the absolute best tools that they can get to make the sounds that they need for their productions.
Well, that's probably the best description of 96K versus 48K sample rates I've heard, and it makes perfect sense because all sound effects get processed. You munge them as every possible way you can, and you want to hold the quality as much as possible. Which gets me to another point. Are you guys doing anything new these days?
Absolutely. We're pretty excited. We just launched Sonopedia 2.0. Now, Sonopedia is the world's first HD sound effects library. It had 20,000 sounds.
You're just saying that to drive me nuts, aren't you?
Well, that's not enough. We added 10,000 sounds. So now it has 30,000 sounds, and we didn't even change the price. Price is still the same. Comes on a hard drive with its own search engine, which allows you to audition whatever sound you like and drag it right from the search engine straight to the timeline. But wait, there's more. We have something that no other sound effects library in the world has, and that is growth in our libraries. You purchase the library.
There's fungus. I can see growth.
It's very much akin to fungus. Every quarter, every 3 months, we send you a new set of sound effects for free. So the library is alive. It's organic. It grows, and we take our users' comments and suggestions to heart. You know, there were some things that weren't in the first release of Sonopedia. And hey, we would like this and we would like that. So we said, all right, here's our notes. This is what these guys are looking for, and we went out and just recorded a whole mess of stuff that people were looking for, as well as some stuff they maybe haven't thought of yet. So, and the recording process in and of itself was just a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, for somebody that likes doing strange things and weird places, recording sound effects has just got to be the biggest kick in the world.
It's such a unique job. Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of fun.
How do you avoid things like traffic noise? Airplanes flying over.
Yeah, you try to find location is key to recording sound effects, your environment, and that's the hardest part is trying to get the background noise out of there. And we employ what we call blue screen technology, blue screen recording technology. In other words, we find the absolute quietest location. When we tell you here's the sound of a door shutting, you're not going to hear things in the background. You're not going to hear other extraneous noise. It's just like shooting a picture up against the blue screen. You can take that one, photo later, put any background behind it that you would like. So that's kind of our approach to recording sound effects. When we tell you, here's a gunshot, you're going to hear only that gunshot. You're not going to hear a plane flying by or distant traffic and those sorts of things. So.
Do you have a favorite mic you use?
I use stereo mics for ambiances, and then I use shotgun mics typically when I'm out in the field, because shotgun mics, as you know, allows you to kind of point in one direction and not necessarily hear the surrounding environment. So, yeah.
Well, this is a tech show. Do you have brands you like?
Personally, I'm a huge fan of the Rode microphones. So they have a new product out, came out a couple years ago, the NTG3 shotgun mics.
Now, this is the long shotgun, the 18-inch long one?
No, it's a short
shot?
Shotgun. It's much akin to the Sennheiser 416, which up until the release of the NTG3, the 416 was kind of my go-to mic. That's the mic I got started with, and it's just got a great sound. The Rode NTG3, in my opinion, sounds slightly warmer. The price, it's like almost half the price, so it's like I can go ahead and afford to have 4, 5, 6 of these, which is very useful when we go out and do things like gunshot recording. When we're recording guns, we want to have multiple mic setups, and that can get kind of expensive if you're buying $1,400 microphones.
Why do you want multiple mics?
For many reasons, actually. You can combine the different perspectives together later, or you can just isolate them. So, for example, we just did a gun session a couple weeks ago. We had a stereo mic at 10 feet behind the shooter, kind of going over top of his head. We had a large diaphragm about 10 feet away. We had a shotgun about 25 feet away pointing at the shooter. We had, at 50 feet away, we had 2 shotguns, one pointing at the shooter, one pointing the direction that the bullet was going. And then at 100 feet away, we had a large diaphragm pointing at the shooter, and then another shotgun pointing away. And you would be amazed at how unique and different these sounds are. So you can take them and combine them and make the absolute perfect gunshot. Or if we have a scene where you and I are battling it out and we're shooting, we start off with a close-up, and we're going to want to have that nice, tight explosion, explosive sounds with the guns. But if you run away or you're a sniper in the scene,
as fast as I can,
as fast as you can. If you're a sniper in that scene and you're now seen 100 feet away and you shoot your gun and it sounds like we're right next to you, doesn't sell the effect. It's not believable. So now we have gunshots from 100 feet away, 50 feet away, 25 feet away, 10 feet away, and they're all in sync. So whenever you grab the file, 357 Magnum, for example, you know that you've got whatever 6 or 7 different perspectives of that exact same moment, and you can kind of grab and combine. So.
Rick, how much is Sonopedia?
Sonopedia retails for $3,999.
And that's how many effects?
It comes currently, it's over 30,000, and again, it grows. So it's 30,000 plus right now, and in about 2 or 3 months, there'll be another set of sounds that are delivered. So, yeah, and it just keeps growing.
Now, the Sonopedia ships on a hard disk, but you're sending me upgrades.
Hard drive, correct, yeah.
My fault, my hard drive. Do I just simply copy that whole hard drive over to my server, or how does that?
We actually do licensing through Pro Sound Effects, and if you have multiple users, you can take you can get a multi-user license and actually take the hard drive and use the hard drive in and of itself. It comes on a Glyph drive, which we're really happy with. Glyph drives come with a 3-year warranty. They're built like tanks. And buddy, quick backstory: before we actually got started with Glyph, a friend of mine was recording music, and he had recorded several songs on a Glyph hard drive, and the drive blew. Calls up Glyph, and they said, "Don't worry about it. Send us the drive." He sent them the drive. They recovered the data, and 3 days later sent it back to him. And I said, wow. That's the company I want my customers to use their products. This is phenomenal. So you can use the drive in and of itself, or you could put it on a server, and with the multi-user license, you can actually access all those sounds.
Do you have anything on your website that talks about how you record sound effects?
Actually, we did a whole mini reality show, I guess, a web reality show. We documented, we called it the Detroit Chop Shop Video Diary. And basically, every week, we uploaded a 3 to 5 minute video of what we were up to that week, and the highlights of the things that we were recording. We ended up doing, I think there was 11 episodes, and then we released Sonopedia. So pretty soon we'll be starting up the process all over again, and you can kind of follow us around and see the noise that we're making.
Ric Viers, man of mystery. I can see it now.
By the way, we're doing this interview. I'm wearing a cape, so I just listeners know.
But I would prefer next time you wear more than just the cape.
Yeah.
Ric Viers, where can people go to get more information about you and your products?
Blastwave FX, it'd be the letter F, the letter X, blastwaveeffects.com.
That's all one word, blastwaveeffects.com. And Ric Viers is the founder and the CEO of Blastwave Effects. Rick, it's a delight. Thanks.
It's a pleasure. Thanks, man.